I had always been fascinated by the woods, drawn to their eerie beauty and the sense of mystery that hung in the air. So, when the opportunity arose to spend a weekend camping deep within the heart of the Blackwood Forest, I jumped at the chance. Little did I know that this trip would lead me to an encounter that would haunt my nightmares for years to come. It was a chilly autumn afternoon when I arrived at the forest entrance. The towering trees loomed overhead, their gnarled branches clawing at the gray sky. A feeling of unease washed over me as I ventured further into the forest, the silence broken only by the crunch of leaves beneath my boots. As dusk settled in, I realized that I had lost track of time and had wandered deeper into the woods than intended. The fading light cast long, eerie shadows that danced around the trees. I decided to set up camp for the night, hoping to find my way back to civilization in the morning. I cleared a small area and pitched my tent, the fabric rustling in the gentle breeze. The forest seemed to come alive with strange noises as night fell, a chorus of hooting owls, rustling leaves, and the distant howl of a coyote. I tried to dismiss my unease as the product of an overactive imagination and settled down in my sleeping bag. Hours passed, and I struggled to sleep. Just as I was about to drift off, a bone-chilling sound echoed through the forest, a blood-curdling scream that sent shivers down my spine. I sat up, my heart pounding, and strained my ears to listen. The forest was alive with strange, unnatural noises, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. In a moment of panic, I decided to pack up and leave. I fumbled to break down my camp, my trembling hands making the process slow and agonizing. Just as I was about to finish, a harsh, gravelly voice pierced the darkness. "Leaving so soon, are we?" I spun around, flashlight in hand, to see a tall, shadowy figure emerging from the trees. The figure wore a tattered uniform that marked them as a forest guard, but something about them seemed off. Their skin was ashen, their eyes vacant and hollow. I stammered, trying to find my voice. I got lost. I didn't mean to be here this late." The forest guard took a step closer, and my flashlight revealed their face, a face that bore a striking resemblance to a rotting corpse. My heart raced as I stumbled back, my mind struggling to comprehend what I was seeing. "You shouldn't have come here," the forest guard said, their voice a sinister whisper. "This is no place for the living." I turned to run, but I was met with an impenetrable wall of trees and underbrush. Panic surged through me as I realized I was trapped, and the forest guard continued to advance, their movements unnatural and jerky. I tried to reason with them, my voice trembling. "Please just let me go. I won't tell anyone about this, I promise." The forest guard's lips curled into a grotesque smile, revealing jagged, yellowed teeth. "There are things in these woods that should never be seen. You know too much now." With a sudden burst of speed, the forest guard lunged at me, their cold, bony fingers wrapping around my throat. I gasped for air, clawing at their hands, but they were unnaturally strong. My vision blurred, and darkness crept in from the edges as I fought for my life. Just when I thought I couldn't hold on any longer, a blinding light pierced the darkness. The forest guard hissed and released their grip, stumbling back. I fell to the ground, gasping for air and clutching my throat. A group of hikers had stumbled upon our terrifying encounter, their headlamps illuminating the scene. The forest guard let out a guttural growl and retreated into the shadows, disappearing into the night. The hikers rushed to my side, concern etched across their faces. They helped me to my feet and guided me back to the trail, their flashlights cutting through the darkness like beacons of hope. As we made our way out of the forest, I couldn't help but look back one last time, half expecting to see the forest sword lurking in the shadows. To this day, I can't explain what I encountered in the Blackwood Forest. Was it a deranged forest guard, a supernatural entity, or something far more sinister? I may never know, but one thing is for sure, I'll never venture into those woods again, and the memory of that night will continue to haunt my nightmares for the rest of my life.